recipes, especially if you're making your own spice blends or curries or garam masala, will call for toasting whole spices and then grinding them. And how do you toast whole spices? It's a lot like toasting nuts. You just want to put the whole spices in a dry pan and put them over heat and shake them around until they're really aromatic and delicious smelling, and then you want to cool them down and grind them. So I'm going to show you how to do it today. I'm just going to shake some whole coriander seeds and some whole cumin seeds and some whole fennel seeds into a little tiny, I'm using a non-stick saute pan because that's what I have out right now, but really non-stick isn't important. And you want to use a dry skillet. You don't want to put oil in unless you're making an infused oil, in which case you aren't really toasting the spices at all. You're infusing them into the oil, and it's a totally different method, which I can show you another time. But for toasting spices, just put them in the dry pan, put them over sort of medium-high heat, and the key to doing it is to shake the pan a lot over the flame, because spices will go from being not toasted to being burned and on fire really quick, and just like a piece of toast in a toaster oven would. And so the constant motion of the spices in the pan will make sure they get evenly toasted on all the sides, and it'll also prevent burning. And this takes a few minutes, and really the key to know when the spices are toasted, because a lot of spices are dark, they're brown, they're a tan, you can't always really tell visually when a spice is done toasting, but the aromatics will always tell you. So as soon as they're really starting to get aromatic, you know that they're done. And you'll just want to take them out and dump them into a bowl immediately, because one of the things about keeping them in the pan is once they're toasted, they'll get burned really quickly, and even if you take them off the heat source, the heat from the pan will continue to toast them a little bit. So it's good, especially if you think you're getting a little bit too toasty, is to put them directly into a cool bowl immediately and then let the pan cool off empty on the stove. And they're starting to smell good already. I'm going to give them a couple more minutes, but really it shouldn't take more than 2 minutes, probably tops, maybe 3 minutes to toast a small pan full of spices. And when you're done, and the benefit of it is that it really brings out the flavors, that toastiness. It's a difference between eating a piece of bread raw and eating a piece of toast. There's something just delicious and yummy about a piece of toasted bread, and that's because you've applied just a little bit of heat and just gotten everything about that breadiness to get delicious in your mouth. And it's the same thing with spices. And see that smoking right there? We need to get this out of the pan. Dumping them right into a cool bowl. Setting this aside, turning off my flame. Got some nice spices right there for you. It smells really good.